Wait, before you even think of applying for Australia in 2025 or maybe in 2026, listen to this. If you are graduated before 2024, people are telling you that your chances are gone technically. Not true. Australia is also making headlines with a possible visa ban on 10 Australian countries. Looks scary, right? But the reality is actually different. And here's the jackpot. India has just upgraded from level 3 to level 2 for visas in Australia after almost 10 years, means a decade. So this is the fastest ever ticket for you to be in Australia. But there's also a new law that could make visa refusals even harder to fight. So in this video, I'll be explaining everything in detail, what's real, what's fake, and how you can actually make your Australia's dream into reality. So let's go forward. Hey guys, hello, welcome back to the video. This is your Caps Log and today we are back with another video. Today it's the same update video which I just posted, but it's totally different updates and that more of student focused, and I believe you should know them. Today's video is one of the most important updates for anyone who's applying or thinking to apply to Australia or planning to do it. Because over the last few weeks, my inbox and comments have been full of questions like, sir, I graduated in 2024, can I still apply? What's this 2025 visa ban news for Asian countries? Am I affected? Australia has over 7 lakh students. Is there still a PR pathway for me? So there's so many questions coming up. So in this video, I'll be explaining you clear answers, sharing student stories, and also explaining how the latest DHA changes can affect your future. Here's what we will cover today. First, the truth about 2024 graduates and whether you are still eligible. 2025 visa crackdown on 10 Asian countries. The student visa boom in Australia and what it means for PR. India's historical move back to level 2, biggest news in 10 years it is. And finally, the new tribunal reforms that will change visa appeals forever. So if you're serious about studying or settling in Australia, watch this video till then. And let me tell you also, I've made a new channel for podcast, and if you have not subscribed to the channel, go and subscribe it because there's so many information, there's so many pointers that you can learn from that particular podcast. So go and subscribe. The link is in the description and also in the pinned comment. Well, moving forward, the first section, the 2024 graduate myth. So let's start with the confusion about the 2024 graduates. A subscriber from Delhi messaged me last week saying, Bhaiya, I graduated in 2021 or 2022. Does that mean I can still apply in Australia anymore? The answer I would say is still yes. You can still apply, but here's the breakdown. If you have finished your 12th in 2024, then July was your last intake technically. So universities are stricter now. They don't allow big gaps after 12th anymore. But if you're a graduate, it's different. How? Even if you're graduating in 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, you can still go for masters in Australia, right? Providing you justify your particular gap. And how you can justify? Obviously, I've made videos on that. Make sure to watch that video. It's really helpful. It's coming up here. How you can justify? Just to give you a brief, exam preparation like NEET, JEE, whatever you were doing, with proofs like your admit card and other things. Work experience with salary slips or letters. Any further studies, training or professional development if you did. I personally know a student who graduated in university, worked in finance for 3 years and recently get into Griffith University, Masters in Applied Finance. So I would say don't panic if you're a pre-2024 graduate. It's not about the year. It's about your documents. If you can explain it, it's fine. Well, next section. 2025 visa ban news. Okay, so now let's move to the headlines that's going on. That's actually scaring you. Australia's 2025 visa ban for 10 Asian countries. First thing, don't believe every dramatic headline that you see right now. It's total ban for everyone. It's not. What's really happening is tighter scrutiny because of misuse, right? For example, Nepal. Many students misuse student visas to do low-skilled work. Sri Lanka, spike in asylum claims, mostly economically. From Bangladesh and Pakistan, fake documentation and overstays are booming right now. Vietnam, Indonesia, Thailand, tourist visas turned into informal work. And India, high visa volumes, plus some misuse in student visas. Obviously, students do it. We all know it. Anyways, so yes, rejections will rise and processing will be tougher. But this is important that genuine students with solid files will still get through it. So one of my viewers from Nepal actually commented on one of the video and told me his cousin's visa was refused because of the fake financial documents he included in the file through the agent. So meanwhile, his own file, genuine incomes, genuine proper GT, he got approved, right? So remember, the system is punishing misuse, not the genuine students. So if you think stricter checks are fair and do you think that they actually hurt genuine students? Let me know in the comment section. Well, the next section is student visa boom and PR pathways. So here's another fact that actually shocked me. There are now over 7 lakh students in Australia right now on visas. Do you even know it? That's like filling an entire city like Melbourne. So more than half of them want to stay permanently, obviously. So how does that work? First, most students first take temporary graduate visa, which is 485. They gain local work experience and then they apply for state nomination or skilled migration for PR. Now this trend has pros and it has its own cons. Good for Australia, it fills skills shortages, and tough for students who are having more competitions, limited PR seats. For example, if one of my subscribers studied IT in Sydney, right, and he used 485 visa to gain work experience, he then applied for state nomination in Tasmania and now is on the PR track. So if you're planning to study here, I would say don't just think of any course, think properly. Well, the next section is the biggest section, which is a jackpot moment right now, because India's level 3 is now converted to level 2. So it's upgraded. This is honestly the biggest news in a decade, because India has been officially moved from assessment level 3 to 2, as I mentioned. Why does it matter to you? Is faster visa processing, lower evidence requirements is right now, and higher success rates. Back in 2012, when India was at level 2, visas were being approved in just days. People used to use COEs for actually visas, right? Many families still remember how smooth it was. If you have any family member, just ask them. But why did Australia upgrade this now? Because countries like US and Canada are giving mixed signals. Australia wants to capture India's best students by saying, we mean business, come here, we will welcome you. Make sense? So everything is going really good, but there's one warning that I would say: this may not last long. How? As soon as misuse increases out of it, fake files, private colleges, scams, and DHA will eventually crack it down, right? So my advice will be, if you want to go through this easy way, choose your agent wisely. Check if they are having connections with the universities, like picking good universities and genuine courses should be your job, and don't just take shortcuts, right? Remember, this is just a golden window, maybe for 1 or 2 intakes only, but it is for now at least, so use it. Tell me in the comments if you like this particular update, by the way. Well, anyways, next. Appeals and tribunal reforms. Let's finally talk about these appeals thing. This is also a big change. Most students don't even know about them, let me tell you. Until now, if your student visa got refused onshore, you could appeal at a tribunal, attend a hearing, and then explain yourselves in person that why it got rejected. But from September 2025, that will be changed. How? No more oral hearings from student visas, and some temporary visas will be happening. Everything will be decided based on the written submissions only, and permanent and protection visas will still have hearings, but not student visas. How does that actually mean for you? That if it means if you have a rejection, you must prepare stronger documents for presenting, and I would say from the beginning. If your case goes to this appeal section, the tribunal won't hear your story, so they can only read your file. So if you have strong files, they know the facts, right? I've seen cases who have written submissions alone won these appeals, but it takes skills and it takes time, and no emotions, no excuses. I would say just facts and evidences. I would say don't take refusals lightly, but think on it. Build your case properly from the day one if you can. For wrapping up, for the conclusion, the best thing I can say is, if you graduated in 2024, yes, you can still go to Australia. 2025 visa bans, think of them as stricter scrutiny, not just a full ban for now. Australia has 7 lakh students. PR is possible, but you need to choose the right course and state. Australia's new upgrade for India from level 3 to level 2 for this historical moment after 10 years. This is good. It's a golden chance. Use it. And always remember to have your strong files, because appeals are changing now. You need to show written submissions, which will be mattering more than the oral stuff. So, final message is, Australia is tightening its rules, as I mentioned before in the other videos too, but also opening doors wider for genuine students. So if you're a genuine student, you're serious about Australia, you're well prepared, this is your time. Use it. It's a golden time for you. You're really going through. All the best from my side. But if you have any more questions, I would say comment them below. Or if you like this video as well, just comment them below. Let me know so that it gives me motivation. And subscribe to this channel, because I bring updates, I bring videos, I bring facts, I bring figures. I bring so much for you. Use it. Anyway, also subscribe the new channel which I mentioned. I'm putting so much effort in, because you need podcasts, because you need actual information for those courses, for those universities, and I will give it to you. This is Caps Lock signing off. If you want to follow me on other socials, links are in the description. Insta, Snapchat, Telegram. We have a group, 4,000 people. I didn't market it much now, but anyway. So, this is Caps Lock signing off.